Brian Poole. I am the technology director here at National Trail Local Schools, as well as being a high school computer science teacher. And this is the middle school laptop one-to-one issuing brief for middle school 5th through 8th grade homeroom classes. So this year, all students are going to be issued a device, a laptop, a Dell laptop to use throughout the school for every class, every day, to carry with them and to use. All of these are i5 laptops with 60 gig solid state drives. You're also going to be getting a sleeved and a set of earbuds to use for when you're doing projects. Now, not all students are getting the exact same laptop because we don't have all the same. Everybody in the same homeroom has the same cart, will get the same laptop, but not all of them are exactly the same size and shape, but they're almost exactly the same on the inside. The sleeves are intended for you to keep your laptop in whenever you're not using them. You should never have them out in the hallway and not in their sleeve. When you put them away to charge them, they should be in their sleeve. It's really important that we use a sleeve to protect them, and it's really important that you always shut down your laptop before putting them inside those sleeves. As far as damages go, I guess first of all, you're going to have a small technology fee this year. That pays for all the headphones you're going to be issued, or earbuds. It covers general maintenance as well as the replacement batteries that we buy and light wear and tear on the devices. The only time you'll get charged anything more than that are larger repairs. If you lose the laptop, it's $300. Not sure how that would happen when you're carrying around throughout the school day and ending up back in the same room, but it's stranger things have happened. If you break your screen, the fee is $75. That's for the cost of the screen itself. Many of the screens, depending on the version of laptop, are more than that, but we just set it at the cost of the lowest screen replacement and say everyone would pay $75 if they broke their screen. Along with that, don't carry your laptop ever. We don't grab them by the screen and carry them. We close them when we carry them and carry them by the base. Replacement keyboards are $15. That does not mean you'll get charged if you have one key fall off your keyboard. If you have a key fall off and you can't put it back on, you bring it in for maintenance. We won't charge you for that. It's when we have students that, we've had students before that pick all the keys off their keyboard and they bring them down. I've literally had a keyboard brought in with 8 keys left on the keyboard. Yeah, you're going to get charged for that. As far as other obvious user damage, there's no way for us to set prices for everything. We've had students drop them down entire flights of stairs, out of barn lofts, and the laptops, and dropped off the top of cars and drove over. The laptops have come in various cases of damage, and when that happens, we basically charge you what it will cost to get you another laptop. Now, maybe we replace your laptop completely, but we know the CPU and the memory and the hard drive and the keyboard, in the case of the one that was driven over, was still perfectly good. So we give you credit for all those before we take it out of the $300 if it's catastrophic like that. So if you bring us back a hubbled keyboard, you're probably still not going to get charged $300 because many of the parts will still work. So we can't tell you what the cost will be on that. As far as maintenance, the maintenance program is going to be fairly straightforward. Anytime you have something that needs to be worked on, broke my screen, it won't start, it blue screens and shuts down, I can't even see an image, it won't turn on, whatever. You're going to take it to the middle school office. Your teacher's going to call ahead of time and say, I'm sending Jimmy down with a laptop to get a replacement. You're going to take it down there in your sleeve, and they're going to have a form for you to fill out. That form, fill out as detailed as you can. It's going to have your name, your homeroom. It's going to have some check boxes of things that you might think are wrong. The more information you can give us, the better, so that we can get that fixed. Once you're done, you just fold it in half, put it on your keyboard, and close your laptop right on the keyboard. That way it'll stay with the laptop. You'll leave that right on the top of the laptop cart, and then one of the secretaries in the office will give you a spare to be your replacement, and they'll sign out who got what spare. You will keep that until your replacement appears or your regular one appears. So you're going to keep it throughout the day. You're going to put it in your sleeve. You're going to put it in your homeroom, in your slot, in the charging. You're going to keep using that until we get a chance to fix yours. Basically, what's going to happen is my advanced technologies classes will repair it. And then after school, when there's nobody in the classrooms, we're going to go down to those homerooms, pull out the temporary one you got, put yours back in, put it back in the cart. And the next day at some point, you're just going to come in and go, oh, my laptop's fixed and it's back. So that's how it's going to work. It'll take it says 1 to 2, possibly 3, depending on when of the day that you turned it in to the office, but it won't take any longer than that. Sometime, it could be the very next day, depending on when our class is and when you turned it in. It's important that when you turn one into maintenance, you understand that in many cases it's software, and we wipe the computer and put a whole new hard drive load onto it. What that means is any documents you have saved would be gone. Make sure you got your documents backed up to your Google Drive or your network drive so that they aren't gone. Now, if you've got a laptop that will not turn on and you've got an important paper that you didn't get a chance to back up for one of your teachers, that can be written in the notes. I have a Word document called whatever that I need saved. And what we'll do is we'll pull the hard drive out, we'll get your document and put it on your network drive for you, and that's where it'll be when you look for it the next time. If you don't say something like that, you can assume your laptop is going to be wiped. Anytime they're in our room, we wipe them and put the newest load on them. So that's important to take away and make sure you do that. Expectations for you this year with the laptops: that you'll plug in your laptop at any opportunity. That means if you're in one of the 5 classrooms that have chargers at every station, and any classroom that used to have computers now has charging stations there. Plug it in. Even if you're not using it, plug it in so that when you leave that room with a fully charged battery. If your teacher's not having you use your laptop in a specific class, they're going to ask you to put your laptops away in the cart in their room. You put them in the same spot that your number is. If you've got laptop number 24 from room 406, you put it in spot number 24 when you're in room 401. That's where they go, the same numbered slot. Plug them in so that when you leave that room, if you're not using the laptops, you leave that room with a fully charged as well. If we do that and continue to charge our batteries every chance we get, your laptop's probably going to last all day. If you've got a laptop that came out in homeroom, it was charged all night and plugged in, and you turn it on and it lasts 5 minutes, then you need a new battery. And when you take your laptop down to maintenance, that's one of the check boxes. Needs new battery. You're just going to leave your laptop there. You're going to take a spare, and when you get it back, it'll have a new battery in the slot. As long as the battery failed, we're going to test them when we have them in our room. So keep your laptops in the sleeves until you remove them in class. The sleeves will fit in the carts as well. Just leave your laptop in there. You're going to put it with the charging port to the zipper side so that when you put it in there, you can just go and plug it in. Use the same laptop every period, every day. There's no loaners other than the ones in the middle school office. And you're going to have that one the whole time until we swap yours back. We're going to clean it all up and put it back in that spare cart so that no one's touching anybody else's stuff during the day. Make sure you keep your documents backed up on your network drive. And if you didn't know, or your Google Drive, if you didn't know, you can get there through the web address that you see on the screen, mobile.nationaltrail.us. You'll put in your username and password, and you'll see your school network drive, and you can download and upload documents straight to that anytime you need to. School usage policy. All the acceptable use policies that you sign for every year that's in your school handbook applies all the time, and you should only be using your laptop for school-related projects. We don't want you to kill the battery watching Netflix or Hulu or YouTube during the school day. As far as issuing goes, your teacher is going to call you up one at a time and give you your laptop and write your name down so that teacher knows in 406, laptop 1 is whoever's, laptop 2 is whoever's, and that's yours all the time. You're number one or number two, whatever number you are, in every cart, every place, every time when you put it away, and it should always be that laptop. If schools close, or if students quarantine and need a laptop, that will also be the laptop that you take home. We're just going to get power supplies for you guys as well. But only if you have a school sign-out form done in advance. Your teacher's going to give you, or it'll be in a package, this sign-out form that looks very similar to the sign-out form that we used last year. It's going to have your name, all your parent information, your address, and your signature on there. And that's an if form. If we close, if you quarantine, that's the only time it says that right up top. This will only be used if NDLS has closure or students go into quarantine. If you're a person that's supposed to be, that gets sent home in quarantine, and you have one of these forms, before you go, you can say, I need to take my laptop home with me. I don't have a device at home for the next 2 weeks. And your homeroom teacher will make sure you get that, and we'll have power supplies available in the middle school office for them to also give you on your way home. If it happens on a case-by-case basis, the teachers are going to have all these forms in a folder on top of the laptop cart, or in the case of rooms without carts, somewhere in their homeroom, to keep track of who brought those in. And you don't need to fill them out if you're not going to take a device home. This is only for students that feel, or their parents feel, that if school closes again, or if they go into quarantine, they need a device at home for them to be able to do their work on, and everybody should know who that is based on what happened last year. You'll have your room number, that's your homeroom number, and the device number. You already know that when you fill out this form. Put down your homeroom number and your device number on there, and then the teachers will fill out if they send it home or not. In the case of school closures, when you take out your laptop from homeroom to take home, your teacher is going to put that form right where your laptop went to know that that's where those are. Because as the tech department goes around and inventories, we're like, yep, there's 8 missing, and there's 8 forms in there, we're good to go. That's not going to be the case on individual quarantines, because those slots are still going to be used by students throughout the day that didn't go into quarantine. So that's the laptop agreement form. We're using the same one for your laptops in the middle school as the iPads in the elementary school. So make sure if you need one, you get this filled out and signed by your parents and return it to your homeroom teacher so they have permission to send home a device for you. And that is it for the middle school briefing. Hopefully you're in your homeroom now, and your teacher will start calling you up and getting you signed out, and hopefully you have a good year. Good luck, and welcome to National Trail Local Schools. and